Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And guess what, you guys? I'm on Spotify. That's right. You want to check out the Jericho Green podcast? Get on over there. Check me out on Spotify. I have a link in my link tree, so get over there. Clickety clack. Check your boy out on Spotify. Now, yesterday was Super Bowl 56. I did not watch that shit. I was doing more important things. Didn't give a damn about either team that was in there. But one thing is for sure, they had a halftime show. And the halftime show was a bunch of bullshit. And the commercials were wokety woke. And I will get into that shit in just 1 second. But speaking of the Super Bowl halftime show, so you had Mary J. Blige, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, and 50 Cent, and Kendrick Lamar. That was the lineup. Now, it was a good show. You know, as you take show structure and hitting all the marks and, you know, the transition in the different artists and the dancers and the set pieces, it was a good show. But the messaging in the show and who was delivering the messaging was where the bullshit comes in. And what one of the performers did at the end was also a nice little bullshit cherry on top. So, first of all, it was weird to see people that I grew up listening to looking old as hell on stage. Now, of course, Kendrick Lamar aside, he's like 20-something. But, you know, the 99 and 2000s, like I grew up listening to Dr. Dre and Snoop. Now, of course, under penalty, because if my parents found out I was listening to him, it's a wrap. So, you know, I did it knowing that I could be in trouble. It was definitely not condoned in my home. My mom wasn't turning it up, letting me rap the latest lyrics in front of her. Hell no. And my dad neither. Matter of fact, let me tell you a quick little story time. I'm trying to tell you a story. I'm pretty sure I said this before, but for the new students in the class. So one summer, it was the summer of 96, 95. No, I think it was summer of 95. And I went down south to visit my aunt. Shout out to Aunt Julia. And I went down south. She lived in a place called Aliso Viejo. And so, you know, LA, record stores, everything. It was late 90s or mid 90s. You had a Tower Records. And it was back when, before you bought the CD, you could listen to that shit. You could sample it. So I go down there and I got Dre's new album. I got the Outkast new album. I think I got Snoop. Yeah, I got the Dogfather. Man, I got all the latest albums. I got them. So my cousin, he's a couple years younger than me, so we're listening to it, you know, when his mom's not around. And then I get home, I listen to it. So one day my mom, this is after my dad passed, it was just me and my mom for a minute. And she's gone. So I'm in the living room. I'm on the computer, back turned to the front door. That was mistake number two. Number one was bumping in the house. Number two was having my back turned to the door. So I'm bumping, I don't know who, and I hear the front door open. I see some sunshine. I was like, well, I didn't open the door. So I turn around and my mom's standing there and she said, give me those CDs. And CDs were like $18 a piece, all right? It wasn't no 99 cent per download Apple bullshit. CDs were like $16 to $18 a piece. And don't get a double CD. So she says, give me those CDs. And like I said, about 4 or 5 of them, whatever was hot, the top 5 CDs, I had them. My mom opened that fireplace and said, underhanded that shit right in the fireplace and closed the door. And I watched as it all melted into a big ball of plastic. You couldn't tell whether it was Snoop Dre. It was all one burning ball of plastic. My mom said, I'll never bring that shit in my house again. That was that. But anyway, I grew up listening to these guys. So it was weird to see him there on stage, old as fuck. Dre got to be 50-something. Mary J. Blige is over 50. Eminem's damn near 50. 50 Cent's in his mid-40s. It was just weird to see him up there doing young people shit and old people bodies. But what was really stupid that stuck out to me is, number one, Snoop is up there pushing gang culture. He's wearing a big ass blue bandana outfit. When he's singing, you got people down there dressed in Dickies khaki and Chuck Taylor's Crip walking. That's what the C stands for in C walk. It doesn't stand for confetti or camaraderie. No, it stands for Crip walking, as in the Los Angeles Crips that have taken I don't know how many lives. So you got Snoop's old fake ass up there pushing gang culture. That shit was sad to see. Because kids are watching it and people think, oh, it's Snoop. He's old now. He does commercials with Martha Stewart. No, he's up there in a blue bandana outfit promoting gang culture, the Crips. That is some bullshit, and how the black culture keeps embracing shit like that is beyond me. And number two, Eminem's stupid ass up there kneeling. Now you got people saying, no, man, he was kneeling for Tupac and he was kneeling for Dr. Dre. Bullshit. He was doing that Kaepernick kneeling bullshit. He talked about Kaepernick in some song he did from 2017. Don't believe the hype. Don't smell the smoke. They're trying to blow up your ass. That was some social political protest bullshit. This is the largest music venue in the world. I don't know what the numbers are outside of America, but in America, you got 1 out of 3 people watching the Super Bowl. It's almost 100 million people. You ain't never going to have nobody looking at your have more eyeballs on your concert or your performance than that right there. So don't tell me he was kneeling for Tupac. He can shout Tupac out on his Twitter. Tupac's been dead since 1996. That wasn't for Tupac. He can say what's up to Tupac anywhere. So that was the bullshit of the halftime show. Now let's get to the commercials. And there's one in particular. Black people, okay? I posted this on my Instagram page at JG Talk, and I'm going to tell you the same things that I wrote under that post. Okay? Rosa Parks, chill out. Rest easy, queen. Because Google phones and Lizzo are on the case. They got our back. Black people, on the count of 3, we're going to have a collective sigh of relief because Lizzo and Google have teamed up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shit. You feel that? That was that weight coming off your shoulders. So Google, first of all, who's Lizzo? Lizzo is, I don't know if she's a rapper or a singer, but she's this big old 350-pound black woman who's a singer. She has that song, I got my hair done. Check my neck. Baby, how you feeling, man? Good. Anyway, that's her claim to fame. And she's also known for showing her thong and twerking on courtside at LA Laker games. She also poses nude on her Instagram page and calls it art. We need to stop championing and supporting and pushing unhealthy lifestyles. Okay, people are what they are. But body positivity, no, that's not body positivity. That's people being stupid and not saying what they know is true. Now, everybody's beautiful in their own way, but if you weigh 375 pounds, we don't want to see you naked. Can we agree on that? That is not healthy, okay? You're not, I'm healthy my own way. No, there's healthy and there's unhealthy. There's truth and there's lies. It's not your truth, girlfriend, or social justice. Truth, lies, justice. No other derivatives. You don't have to know precursors to those words. All right? They just are. That's an unhealthy lifestyle. When did we start saying this shit was okay? But anyway, let's get back to her and Google ending racism for black folks. Okay? So Google has a new phone. It's called the Google Pixel 6 phone. How does this tie into black people? I'll let you know. And I'll put a link in the description box to the commercial so you can see it yourself. You can also go on my Instagram page at JG Talk. I posted it there too. So it starts out, you're hearing Lizzo's voice. She's singing, and she's not the best singer. Why did they pick her? I don't know if she took a pay cut or they had a special contract for her. I don't know. She's not that good of a singer. Why did they pick her? There are many more black women, if you had to have a black woman in this ad, that can sing way better than her. Anyway, she's singing, all this shit, woe is me, it sucks being black. The Eeyore syndrome. I woke up again. I looked in the mirror and I'm still black. Just need a little cloud, a little black cloud. Oh, I'm sorry. You need a little cloud of color. A little cloud of color over your head, just constantly raining on you. And every time you put your little umbrella up, your little cloud of color will strike it with lightning and it'll burn up and all the rain will be falling on your head. Oh, I'm black. And everybody else is whizzing past you. Asian people, white people, Mexican people, pew, pew, excuse me, top of the morning. And we're just, still black. Anyway, so this dummy teams up with Google, and they have the Google Pixel 6 phone. How does it tie into black? Well, as you know, not you people. If you're not black, I'm not talking to you. You don't know my struggle. So black people know that it's hard to take pictures as a black person. It's always coming out too dark or too shiny. The shadows, it's a nightmare. It's our cross to bear. Okay? So you're all sad. Why does everybody else come out nice and bright in the pictures? Remember that shit? Eeyore. So Google was like, hey, Lizzo, come over here. Pull your pants up. Put some clothes on. Come over here, Lizzo. We got it figured out. We're going to have a Google Pixel phone that is for black people. So when they're taking their pictures and their selfies and whatnot, the lighting will be good for them. See? We're curing racism. One phone at a time. One pixel at a time. So don't use the racist phones made by other companies that don't take your blackness into consideration. Okay? They just got a flash. No. We've done more. We've done more for the people of color. We are your ally. Yes, guys, we're your ally. All these other phones out there with their camera phones and all racist, like, make the black people darker. That's fucked up. And Google teamed up with Lizzo. I don't know what her qualifications are for teaming up with a cell phone company. But they teamed up with her and they finally got a phone that black people can take pictures with. You hear that? It's the roaring crowd. Black crowd. Finally, MLK assassinated. Malcolm X assassinated. Medgar Evers assassinated. Rosa Parks, we all know their struggles. Now it's not for nothing. Now it finally culminated in this phone. Now, if memory serves correct, every phone has about 900 fucking different filters and lights and sepia tone and this and that and lo-fi, all this shit. That's not good enough. Because we are the Fabergé eggs of ethnicities. That shit's not good enough. We need a phone for POCs. We need phones for people of color, and now we have pixels for people of color. Pixels of color. Double POC. How stupid. And then you got the people in the commercial just like, oh, my graduation pictures turned out messed up. I always come. How many fucking pictures are you taking to where you need a phone for this? That shit was so fuck. And then toward the end of the commercial, they got like Mexican people, half black, half white people, Indians and shit. People aren't even dark skinned. So who the fuck is this phone for? God, that shit is retarded. Google Pixel 6. We get you, black people. None of these other phone companies can take your pictures right. We got that shit down pat. You want a good picture, black person? Get over here to the Google Pixel 6 family. We got you because we care. We stand in solidarity with you for whatever. I don't know what you're going through. The other races aren't, but whatever. We're here with you. This well still has money in it, and we will be sending our bucket down to the bottom to fill it up with cash. Thanks to your black ass. Stupid shit. Man, let me get the hell up out of here and go in there with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.